Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Another episode
episode.
of Keep It Abstract, the show where the topics get deep.
But we get deeper.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Here at Keep It Abstract, we like to go on topics and get them dug down deep in here. And as always, my name is Jay Almazan, aka JMix1, constantly streaming on Thursdays. And for my other two lovely co-hosts of the show, please introduce yourselves.
We're lovely.
Who's gonna go first?
The loveliest one.
You wanna go first?
The
Are you
loveliest.
the gentlest one, or are you the loveliest one?
I'm the loveliest one right now. I am Christopher Euclary on the mic.
I'm Alfred Oyog.
Alfred, do you have something to plug real quick before we get started?
Do I have something to plug?
Like, if people
We
want to
got
catch this restreamed anywhere.
Keep It
on the
Abstract coming up. More episodes to you on the IG and the YouTube. So basically, everything that's coming out live on the Twitch, you can catch the episodes again if you want to watch it again, or if you've missed it on the YouTube. And follow us on IG too, so you can see what we're up to ahead of time. Kind of like a pre-sale, but minus the money.
Right. and if you follow us, we will follow you.
Ooh,
I will
deal.
I will follow you.
you.
In this episode, ladies and germs and people all over who is listening, we have a special guest.
You want to do
My distant cousin. Huh? He's not on yet?
No, I'm about to.
You about to add him? Let's
Yeah.
add him. Let's add him. His name is not Adam, but let's add him. Add him.
Up and at them.
Give me a sec. But you want to let the audience know who we got in the audience?
So
Tonight?
the person that we have coming up is oh man, he was a big big figure in the dance community in SAC. He was between different dance crews. He was big in the car scene as well, right? He was in the car scene. And currently he's basically representing for the Filipino culture with his mobile business that's been popping up
And that's
everywhere
thriving.
around Sacramento.
It is
All
thriving,
over.
ladies and gentlemen. It is thriving.
Him, his wife, his kids, all part of that business.
Good
Can
to
you
give
guess
back.
who?
Can you guess?
I don't know, but let's drop a little beat on this so that way we give the proper introduction for this man right here.
There you go. Let's get him. What we got?
All right, Chris, with the introduction, if you so can, introduce our guest at this time.
Coming on the podcast, you guys know him as Pipo, but his real name is Philip. How you pronounce his last name again? Philip.
Carrasca.
Correct? Yeah.
Carrasca.
Philip.
Woo!
I cannot.
Once
I'm
again,
good.
ladies and gentlemen,
So Pipo on the pod. Let's get him.
here he is. There's the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Keep it abstract. Pipo Carrasca. And you are muted.
I'm muted. Pipo's muted right now.
Muted.
This guy.
That's the mute.
My bad.
It's
My bad. My bad. Just kidding. yeah. Let's run that back again. Good. Do my intro. One more time.
Once again,
What's
welcome
up,
to the
though?
show, ladies and gentlemen. Pipo Carrasca, hella hello Sacramento's up in the house.
What's popping? What's popping?
What's good? What's good?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Oh, that garage culture, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, oh, hierarchy, bro.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. What's going on, guys? How are you guys? How is everybody? Alfred, oh my God, I haven't seen you in years, bro. What's the
Yeah,
word?
Since before 2005, probably. Since before I left SAC, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't think I've
Has
seen
it
you
been
since
that
I left
long?
SAC.
It's been a.
I might have seen you at some random dance event, maybe when you were in Boogie.
Oh,
What is that?
man?
What is Buddhist? What is this boogie we speak of? What is this? What is this called? What does that mean? What is this word?
um this
What that's what
inappropriate
comes
right
out of
now.
your nose when you blow it, right? That's what happens. That's what it is.
Boogie, the little boogie that you blew.
It's for Halloween, right?
Right.
Oh, geez, look
Halloween,
at that
yeah,
background.
Halloween.
Yeah. What's up with that? What year was
What's
that? What
Oh
year
my
Pipo was that?
jeez, yo,
Yeah, what
how,
year was that?
I was. How does that not hurt me? What? How did I walk away from that? What the fuck?
I think that's why you put your hand there to kind of just like force it down.
I don't know, bro. That shit looks like it hurts though. That was in Seattle. No, that was in Portland. No, that jam was in Seattle.
That was in Seattle, I think, when you guys went.
Yeah,
I couldn't
that
go
was
to that
what-
trip.
that was when Revo and I went to,
Massive
or
Monkeys.
we went to the Massive Monkeys. Yeah, and we got to stay with them too. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. And who did we go with? I think we went with Flex. Or we went with Abraham. Fucking Buckingham. Ugly ass.
Dirty Abe.
Fucking Dirty Abe. Yeah. Yeah, we went that fool. And I almost fought him in the van driving to Portland in
What
Lazy's
the
van.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I know people. Basically, for people who don't know, I know people from probably just a little before or around high school time,
Keyboard class, bro. First period.
and then and then we were in the same b-boy crew for a little bit. When this fool used to go as Philzan, because when this fool
Yeah.
would do footwork, he was always on his knuckles. Like a
Alfred had an
gorilla.
afro.
Yeah, when I had my fro still.
like a legit ass fro. Like that shit was hella clean.
That's yeah.
That was from that's the same fro that you had on your license, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's long gone. Couldn't bring it back if I
God.
tried.
He's like, yeah. It's gone forever.
Right?
like, nah, like it's gonna grow just back here.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Wiley.
just on the sides. It's just gonna grow on the sides.
Because
Like,
we all getting
Krusty the
that old.
Clown, like Krusty
We're
the
getting to
Clown.
that point we're all that old, right?
Just Krusty the Clown in it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We do want to welcome Pipo though, because it's you're actually our first guest. Like we've been,
actual guest on the show.
yeah, you're our first actual.
Oh,
we-
word! I'm
yeah.
honored. That's
wanted
dope.
to
Cool.
have someone with something we had all in common, who knows the roots and stuff like that, and
Aw.
you're going through some big changes right now too. So
Yeah, man.
Let's
I'm
introduce
having another
yourself.
baby. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
speak about yourself.
Let's start from the beginning. So like
Who's Pipo?
obviously I'm here in Hawaii. You're born here, weren't you?
No,
not?
I was born in
But you
Sac.
lived-
I just moved to Hawaii for a little bit. But when I moved to Hawaii, it was during my formative years. So it was like my preteen to teen years. So
Let's start all the way in Sac. So born Sacramento, how'd you grow up, so forth and so forth. What took you to Hawaii? What left Hawaii? The whole nine.
I mean, I feel like most of us, anyways, that were born in Sacramento with Filipino parents or Filipino, being Filipino, growing up in Sacramento, we all kind of grew up the same, around the same area. You know, Valley High, South Sac. We all basically had the same upbringing, so I'm not any different than anybody else that grew up out here.
You're special.
My dad was when I was younger. You know, I did, my parents were split up, so I did move around a lot. So I was from South Sac to North Sac to, I guess Antelope is North Sac, and then back to South Sac, then Elk Grove. Growing up, I was a badass kid. So my dad sent me to Hawaii with my mom, which was a mistake. I was just as bad out there as I was out here, so she ended up sending my ass back out here. Like, no, bro, you need to go stay with your dad. But when I got back to Sac, my dad was on all the drugs. When I came back, my dad was a high-key crackhead, meth head. So,
Crazy.
you know, when I came back, I didn't really have anything to come back to besides my grandma, my mom's mom.
Mhm.
So I stayed with my dad for like a couple years until I realized like, yo, this fool is basically just like the big homie. Like I'm getting zero guidance right now. You know
Right.
what I mean? We had people at the house at all hours in the night. Um, big up to him though, because he's been sober for going on 15 years, 16 years, and I'm
Awesome.
super proud of him about
Yeah.
that. But when it was time to be a parent, he wasn't really he didn't really step into that role because he was too busy doing his own thing. So I
Right.
kind
Right.
of had to find other ways, and that's how I became super at like 16, 17. I was like, for a 16, 17-year old that's hella broke, that doesn't have really shit anything going for him, all I did was break dance and skateboard. I was pretty well traveled. I was up and down California, or up and down the West Coast, from Washington to San Diego, and that was either traveling or going to raves and doing drugs, skateboarding, and all of that. Fast forward to 2003, when 2002 probably, when Phil actually asked me, before Boogie Monsters was around, if if I knew anybody that danced. And I was like, yeah, my boy Ryan and all these fools. And he was like, nah, not these guys. And then we kind of didn't talk for a little bit, and he started Boogie Monsters. And probably a year later, after they started, is when I started coming around. And back then, I was just a hang around. I mean, basically, my whole stint in Boogie Monsters, I was a hang around. I wasn't like
Part of the crew.
I wasn't.
Or
I was a part.
Main.
I
He
was a
wasn't.
part
you're
of the.
part of the crew,
I
but
was
you
a part
didn't.
of the crew, but
He
I was
wasn't like a
only.
main.
Yeah, I was only just a piece, like a little tiny piece. I was just the b-boy section of every piece ever, or the guy that did flips. You know what I mean? That was me. I didn't do choreography because I could not pick choreography up for the life of me. Like, it was hella hard, and it still is to this day. So me coming from like a b-boy background, the only person that were like b-boys in there were me and Brian Inez and Caesar. So we kind of, I felt like I got, this is your part. This is all you do. This is all we need you for. And then, yeah, and then I met my wife in Boogie Monsters, and then we had kids, and then yeah, this is where we are now. I own a business. After throwing tons of shit at the wall, I finally found something that stuck, and it's been going really well. Yeah, but that's my story, man. That's my story.
That is super dope because I did notice while I was away, I still follow you and stuff like that. I noticed you did do different things. You were in like, you did welding for a little bit. You were doing
Yeah,
woodworking for a little bit. You're all self-taught pretty much too, though, right?
yeah,
For the
yeah,
most part.
totally. For the most part, yeah.
That's
You're
dope. How?
also drifting for a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit until cars started to get dumbass expensive, and I was like,
Right.
how about I just find something to drive around that's not gonna break down? And even that took hella long because every car I bought broke down on me. Nah, but yeah, that was my life in a nutshell. I had my homies out here after I moved back from Hawaii. Um, not after, but like many years after. The circle that I kind of run with now, like I felt like I've known for how long, and that was all through cars. Like Dave and Emilio and Justin and Brian. I met in high school. Brian Levy, shout out to him. He's opened up a wing spot in Texas.
Oh, word. Oh,
Yeah,
so he
so
has a
shout
wing
out.
spot.
Yes,
I
yep.
haven't
Dang, in
seen him
Texas
any
too.
post anything for a minute.
Yeah. So a lot of those cats, that's like that's my circle now. You know what I mean? Like, not now, but they're probably the closest people to me at the moment, and they've been there for most of my kids' lives and my married life. So yeah.
So I guess before we go into your baby right now, um, do you mind going into some of the things that you were into? Like, because I was
My
really
baby.
interested. your business
Oh,
man.
No, business.
I was like,
Business.
I was like,
Your pride and
Baby.
joy, man.
oh,
Your
do you
pride
know
and joy.
something
You
that I
got
don't
another
know? What you mean? Did Kelly DM you or something? What's up
Right.
here? I could have
Kelly,
sworn she was just on her
Kelly, what
period. What the
the
hell?
fuck? No.
We just had one.
Right. Right.
Damn, she ain't telling me shit no more. Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, I was curious to know what happened with like the woodworking one, because that was really something that was dope, and I know you're a creative person too, and that seemed like something you were really digging for a minute.
I mean, I do. I love it. It's hella fun. It's super. It's mad therapeutic for me. The
You still
thing
do it?
was, I I want to, but it wasn't sufficient enough to at the time to keep us, in our house with food over the table, food on the table, and a roof over our head. So I
Wasn't
had
consistent
to,
enough.
not at all. So I had
Okay.
to find, I had to find work, and then I joined the union, the
For the
carpenters
welding.
union,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Oh.
and that's basically where my uh, my construction career came in, and ended up doing that for a little bit, and yeah, but I really do. I literally had to sell, because in the union you got to buy your own tools.
Mm-hmm.
You got to buy your own tools, and tools aren't cheap. You know what I
No.
mean? And the work that we were doing was a lot of machinery erection, building erection. So we're doing steel. we're doing we're doing
Only you, man. Only you.
yeah, we're building, like high rises in the city, or doing maintenance on high rises, uh, uh, working in shit plants, water treatment facilities, like doing all these things, and you have like 7 different sets of tools that you need to use.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally had to sell all my woodworking tools, which wasn't like necessarily super high end, but I did have a lot of like snap-on parts that were pretty expensive. Not Snap-on, the tool brand, but like a lot of aftermarket parts for like my table saw, and my joiners and all this stuff that it did get hell expensive. So I had to sell everything in order to afford tools
These
to go
new
work for
tools.
somebody else. You know
So it was
what I
like a
mean?
slow evolution to like this other thing.
Right.
And
Which was cool, because like, I never would have thought that I would have been into woodworking, but it did teach me hella stuff, so that I was able to take it on to whatever my next career was going to be in construction or carpentry. But yeah, dude, I still like it. It's still hella fun. I still follow all my old homies, that I met on IG, that I met on Facebook, that I met on YouTube. And, we keep in touch, and I still try to get ideas and shit that I can build in the future. So I still got like a black book or like a Rolodex of stuff that I can build in the future when I do, for those who don't know what a Rolodex is, it's old. Anyways, no, but yeah,
keep our phone
Right.
numbers and everything,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
yes, it's not a cell phone. That's not what it is,
Right.
Is that a fancy?
and it's not a watch either. It's
No.
not a watch either.
Right. A roll.
No, but yeah,
I
I so after the union, I got laid off. I got laid off December 2018. From December 2018 till like February or March, I was collecting unemployment. I was like, what the fuck are we gonna do? My back was against the wall. I didn't know what the hell to do. So the planning began. So when I was doing Earth to Whoever with Ryan Revac and my boy Deeks, when we were running our podcast like 4 or 5 years ago, I brought it up to them on one of the very first episodes that I wanted to start a hollow cart. So the cart idea was essentially like the elote guy. Like I wanted just a little ass cart that I could push around, like put it in the back of a truck, push around, and make people hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, like legit sleepless nights, like nights where I was just like tossing and turning because all I was thinking about was fucking hollow. Like, how can I flip a hollow from being just a regular ass holla holla that you can get anywhere to something that the masses will enjoy. And as my menu started to just grow, I was like, fuck, it's not going to work. Like a cart's not going to work. So then the trailer came into mind. And I think the trailer for us is like the perfect, because we're not cooking anything, you know, so
Right.
we don't need a big ass food truck,
Right.
you know, so why waste money on a food truck when we can just get a trailer? And, yeah, I mean, I totally forgot where I was fucking going with that, but, yeah. So the
You're on
idea
the right
went
track.
from, yeah,
Keep
the
going,
idea,
keep going.
the idea went from, you know, the cart to the trailer literally within like the week. And, so all of this happening at one time, happening while I'm on unemployment, we're trying to figure out our fucking life, how we're gonna make rent. I had to look for another job, you know, just in the meantime. So I picked up a job at Siemens off of French Road and Gerber.
All right.
Yeah, which isn't too far from, you know, from where we all kind of grew up. I've been driving past it for years. I had no idea what was in there. I was like, yo, I always seen the Siemens sign. Never knew what it was. They build trains there. Passenger trains for North America. I got a job there welding stainless steel, and I learned hella shit. Like, just welding stainless steel is a completely different process than welding mild steel or just regular steel. I felt like my years of experience with welding, I had to drop all what I knew and relearn like a whole different style of welding because stainless steel is hella different. But yeah, so I did that, and then COVID hit. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then in the process of that, we were doing pop-ups like all year long.
This is
Last year
before the trailer still?
for 2019.
So before the trailer, and then you
Before the
have the
trailer,
idea already.
we're doing pop-ups in tents, but only on weekends. So I was working full-time, Kelly was working full-time, and then we're also doing pop-ups on the weekends. So we didn't really have any days off. It was just a grind until we were able to figure out what we can do and how we can acquire a trailer. COVID hits, and we're kind of like, well, fuck, you know, like, what do we do? It's almost summer. Should we try? Like, what are some things we can do? Because, you know, everybody's locked at home. They did the whole shelter in place thing. No one knows what to do. I'm not working anymore. They gave us the option to take off and not get reprimanded for our attendance. So I was like, I'm fucking out of here. You mean I don't gotta wake up at 4 a.m? Fuck yeah, right. I'm gone. So I bounced. So for the first couple months, you know, I was like, all right. Or the first couple of weeks, I was like, what the fuck how do we do this? How do we run this? Because we can't do pop-ups right now. We can't. Right. Nobody wants to leave their house. Everybody's hella scared right now. Right. So we're like, what if we did deliveries and drop-offs? So we figured out if we can find a place for people that live outside of Elk Grove, like Natomas or Roseville, if we can find a central spot where we can meet up, just load up hella coolers and bring them out there, like pre-made hollows and drop them off, we'll do that. And then in Elk Grove, it was kind of it was deliveries. So we had like 100 deliveries every other day for Elk Grove. So we were literally loading up like 3 or 4 coolers, throwing them in the X5 and with dry ice and just driving around Elk Grove delivering hollow to people. So we did that for the first couple months of the lockdown, and it went on without a fucking hitch. People loved it.
With the drop-offs, I mean, you're covering like all over Sacramento, northern Sacramento, southern Sac. But did you guys separate in cars, or you guys rolled all in the? You guys rolled all in. So Saturday, if we're gonna be in Natomas, Natomas is gonna be locked down. We
Yep.
got like 5 or 6 coolers ready to go. You come by, pick up your stuff, and then Sunday we'll be in North Stack.
That's exactly how it went. That's exactly how it went. So each day was designated for one location. So we had West Sac, we had Roseville, Natomas, Antelope, Folsom,
That's
Rancho.
dope because it makes it
Yeah, and
exclusive kind of thing.
right. So, like for the days that we didn't do Rancho, we'd switch it out the next week for like Roseville. You know what I mean? So it was kind of spread out, but that allowed us to save up enough to just cash out on our trailer. Like,
Was it a steal, or you actually, it was a decent price for that trailer?
It was a decent price. It was more money than I've ever fucking spent in my life. And I've spent a lot of fucking money in one time. I had an ex-girlfriend that was a millionaire, you know what I mean? So
we ain't gonna mention that name, but
you guys laugh and everything, but shit was true.
Hey, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's right.
Around during that time too.
Yes, you were.
Yep.
Yes, you were, and so were you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So it was really the most money I've ever spent in my life, and that feeling you get of I raised this money. I made this money on my own. I did this shit.
Yeah.
It was my idea that pushed this shit. And I was able to go out there, give the guy fucking 20 grand, boom, in his hand. And this was literally over 3 or 4 months that I was able to save up from $600 in my account to purchasing the trailer.
Wow.
And then from then on, it was just like, if I could do that, like, why can't I do more? You know what I mean? So, with all that, with all that being said, like, we have a second trailer being built right now. And then we have some partners in Vegas that we're working with to open up in Vegas. So it's, people love Holla Holla, bro. It's fucking crazy. A dropout. I'm basically a middle school dropout. Like I was in your keyboard class, but after that, you never seen me again in high school. And that was freshman year. I'm supposed to be a part of the statistic that should not even be in this conversation. I should not be having this conversation with anybody. The crazy part is there's a property management company that reached out to us not too long ago about like a $1 billion project that's popping off in Selma. I guess they just broke ground on this whole thing in the old Filipino district, and they're building like a bunch of like restaurants and like co-working spots. And they reached out to us and they were like, hey, we think you guys would be a perfect fit for this new, thing that we got going on in San Francisco.
So you'd have a set spot.
Yeah, dude, my mind was blown. I was like, why me? Like, how did I even end up in this conversation?
Right. That's dope.
It is kind of crazy, so at the rate that life's going right now. Yeah.
Pipo?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just like, listen to me.
What can you tell people out there? What is it?
Honestly, it's just I can't even say because I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm still learning this business thing. I'm still learning life. You know what I mean? I got 3 kids and I'm married, but I'm just as confused as everybody else. I don't know why this is happening for me. I mean, all I know is I'm putting in the work and it's flourishing. Otherwise, it ain't shit without that,
I feel like it was like just a slow evolution to that. Like the woodwork led you to the steel work, and the steel work led you to like learn all this other stuff. And then without that other stuff, you couldn't really make the truck.
Honestly,
right?
I think it was I think it was just being fed up with the bullshit that you get from working from other people. Because if there's one thing that I know that I did learn growing up is my grandma, my mama Violi. So she owned a restaurant off of Florin Road across from Southgate Plaza that was called Hollow Hollow back in like the 80s, early 90s. And not only that, but she owned multiple care homes around Sacramento. So my mom being as young as she was, my grandma, kind of looked after me most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to witness a woman in her prime run shit. And that was kind of embedded in me growing up. So I knew from an early age I wasn't really meant to work for anybody. And you could tell, if you've ever worked with me, you knew that by my attitude, because I never want to be nowhere. Ask Chris, bro. Like, I literally stopped showing up to work one day, and
You were running. Hey, he was running shit, but he was like running shit. You gotta come looking for his ass. There's days where this will. Okay, so here. All right, let's talk about that for a quick, small moment.
Work. Shout outs to Mikey. Mikey's tuned into the channel. He says, "What's up, peeps?
What's happening? What's happening? Mikey McCain?
Yep.
Hey, what's happening?" What's happening?
So he's right. Okay, so working with this fool Pipo, man. I mean, I was like, oh,
this fool Chris called me pissed off.
Where was this at? Where was this at?
So we used to work at Elk Grove Honda, right? And at this point, like, obviously, people doing his thing, he's just living life. I was like, oh shit, part of Dory Sluts. Those, also mad shout out to Dory Sluts. You know who you are.
Yes,
but,
sir.
His habits, man. Like I said, man, he was running shit, but he was literally running. You gotta look for him. You don't know where he's at. There's times where our manager would be like, "Hey, where's your cousin at?" I was like, "My cousin? I don't know. I don't know where my cousin's at right now." And by the way, we are somewhat a little related through your dad. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm not his keeper.
Mom.
Is it your mom or your dad?
Yeah, well,
your mom's
Caesar.
side.
Caesar side. Yeah.
So your mom's side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, looking for this guy was impossible. I get calls from, we're not going to say the name, but Pipo is sick. Oh, next day, Pipo's in the hospital. Pipo is doing this, and I'm like.
And this is at that time when like cell phones were just like.
Yeah.
Like people had them, but.
People
it wasn't like everyone had them.
Like nobody was sitting there texting everybody.
Yeah,
it wasn't like I couldn't just send a text in. It was like if I did show up to work though.
It was a surprise. It's like
if I showed up to work, I would never end up in the watch. I always end up in the back of a shuttle van.
Right?
With like Jamal or Danny.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just like if they were doing.
People's doing what he's doing. He's hiding. He's running away.
Yeah, I was hiding.
He's getting paid.
I was getting paid to hide, bro. I was getting paid to do nothing. Absolutely nothing, bro.
But real talk, there was days where he actually showed up on time. Yeah. And then they were like, shit, I'm running hella late.
And then swing donuts in the parking lot.
Hey, fucking clock me in real quick, right?
Yeah.
So we will clock each other in, but yet not show up to work until like 2 or 3 hours later.
Damn.
And it was like, oh my God, dude, like shit. I was like, who clocked in Pipo? I was like, I didn't clock nobody in. People, he's like, he clocked in, but I saw him. He was here, and then I don't know where he's at.
He must have left with the roach coach. I don't know where he went.
Right? He's somewhere cooking at Toyota or BMW or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's kind of how I've always been though. Is I never really wanted to work for anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are like that, but a lot of people are also like, I like being stable. I like having a job. I like the comfortability of knowing that I'm going to have benefits, that I'm going to have pay every 2 weeks. Right. I've always been the person that would just like fly by the seat of my pants. Just fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had the best intentions, and I've always had I always have the best intentions, and I always have, you know, the best thing in mind for myself and my family. So I'm not just gonna be stupid and jump into something.
Right.
So when the hollow hollow thing kind of popped off with the pop-ups, and we seen after like the first 3 or 4 pop-ups, the results we got, you know, the support we got from the community, bro. Like, not even, we didn't even have shit yet, and I just made the Instagram just off a whim. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make the Instagram. I went on this app where you can like hire a designer. I forgot what it's called, Five something, but you can just hire a
Fiverr?
designer. Yeah, to make you something. And I picked this dude from the Philippines. I was like, bro, you know what Hollow Hollow is. Just make me a dope ass design. This is kind of what I want. He makes the design. I'm like, dope. So if you go all the way to the very first picture, that was the original design. And that was my original idea of what the design, what I wanted it to look like. And from that picture, literally that picture, we literally got, before we even made a Hollow Hollow, before we even took a picture of Hollow, we had 1,500 followers.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Which
that's lit.
on Instagram is like over like a course of like a week and a half. I was like, bro, are you serious? We haven't even done shit yet.
Right? Are these real people or are they like
Right? Are they? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I guess hashtags really do make a difference. So you
Yeah.
know, I kept the same hashtags, and I just, from then on, I just kept posting, and we finally did a pop up, and we did it at Bottle and Barlow, our first pop up ever, which is a fucking shit show. It was just me and Kelly. We like, half the shit that we had didn't work. I forgot to fucking turn the ice cream freezer down to 3 instead of 7, so the ice cream was not scoopable. You know how that is, Alfred from
Hella
Baskin
hard.
Robbins. You know how hard, like, when ice cream's hard, it's hella hard to scoop. So
Yeah.
we were literally having to take it out of the fucking freezer and put it on the side so that they would thaw out.
Right.
So, but nonetheless, like, the reviews we got for that first pop up were wild. You know, I think we had like 150 people come out, which is hella crazy for
Right.
us. You know, we literally had a line from Bottle and Barlow to across the street where Shoki is. That's how long
And
our line was.
Was this like not just folks you know, but like randos also?
This was randos, hella randos. Like, I seen probably like 20 people that I knew out of like 100 something people.
Tight.
Yeah, so a lot of them were randos. And our fucking ice machine, our ice shaver. Oh, COVID. Cover your mouth.
It's a good thing over here. That's why we're on Zoom, people. We practice social distancing.
Right?
This is a PSA reminder.
Sneezed on my picture. It's no, but yeah. So we had hella people come out, and then from that pop up to like to more later pop ups, like, the crowd just kept growing, the Instagram following just kept growing, and it got to a point where like people were DMing us. We'd have hella DMs. Where are you guys gonna be? Where are you guys gonna be? Where are you guys gonna be? And we're like, fuck. Like, we still work, you guys. I'm sorry. Like, this is just a weekend thing for us, you know? And at that point, I was just like, this shit can't just be a weekend thing anymore. So the whole COVID thing, us being able to do it full time and, you know, giving it that shot to just see what happens was kind of like a blessing for us, because I didn't have to go into work and be like, you know, can I take this block of a week off so I can see what I could do with my business? You know what I mean? It was like, they were just like, no, you motherfuckers stay home. Don't get anybody sick. Bye. I was like, dope.
The timing was just like perfect for you guys.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was already on the brink of like quitting anyways.
And you already
Like,
had
man,
the mobile idea going, so it was just like it lined up just right.
Right. So, you know, like I was saying, we were able to cash out on this trailer, and what makes it feel even that much better is I don't have to pay anyone back. I don't have interest building on any loans. You know what I mean? money wasn't just handed to me. This was my hard work that bought this trailer, and now it's, you know, it's flourishing, it's growing, and we're hella stoked for the future. And, you know, hopefully one day we can get out and open our brick and mortar like we want to. You know, right now was kind of a testament as to why we shouldn't. You know, so I like the idea of staying mobile, you know, but I also want a home base,
At
you know,
some
and if
point.
we do a home base, it's there. I mean, there's no question it's going to be in Sacramento. You know, I'd rather have a home base in Sacramento and a mobile truck in Sacramento, and then mobile trucks, you know, scattered out around California, Hawaii, Las Vegas, or whatever.
What's
You know what I
good?
mean? So,
Instead of the Manapua, man, we get the Halo Halo, man.
bro,
I'll
I was
get you
telling
franchised in
DJ,
the Philippines, bro.
bro,
We get the Halo Halo, man.
I was telling DJ, I was like,
Hey Jay,
I
you're
was,
hella low right now or something.
My mic's not on.
Oh,
oh,
that might help.
Yeah. That,
oh, you're muted. Oh, well, your mic's not on.
bro, just drop one in Daly City, drop one in Milpitas, and you're set for the moment.
Bro,
Bay Area.
so
Texas, bro.
with this
Houston.
second trailer, we're kind of
Said
we
Vegas, right?
still, well, no, the second trailer is probably going to go to San Diego first.
Oh,
So we were actually thinking, because we'd have to get out there and do the hiring and making sure, because we'd be 100% owners of this one still.
right.
We'd obviously have to go out there. We'd be out there more often than not just to check up on the trailer, but we'd obviously need to hire management, or a manager or two managers, and some staff. Because honestly, when you run services, they're no longer than 3-4 hours. 2 hour. We do 2 hour. We do 2 hour increments. If it's like a big dinner service at like a park with multiple food trucks, it's usually anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. Other than that, one person or two people could do prep, you know, and then we need somebody to get the trailer out there. So that's obviously someone capable enough to hook the trailer up to a truck, drive it out there, leave the truck out there, and dig out, or hang out and work. So we still got to do all that. My mom lives in Tracy. She lives in Mountain House, and I have two younger siblings, which, you know, Tracy isn't super far from that side of the Bay Area, Milpitas, San Jose. You know, it's like an hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending on traffic. So yeah, like I was honestly thinking about sending it out there for a little bit, let it build up revenue, let it build up a name out there, and then just fucking send it somewhere else, and then open one out there. You know, because my goal is to have us scattered out throughout
What's that
California.
Vegas one you were talking about earlier?
Kelly and I went on vacation. We just went on like a little weekend thing for our anniversary in September. And when we got back, we had hella messages from people like, "Hey, have you guys ever like thought of franchising or expanding to anywhere else?" And then one of them caught our eye, because legitimately in my business plan, I have Sacramento, San Diego, and Las Vegas as the three locations where I want Hello Hollow. San Diego is kind of coming to fruition right now, and that's been in the books for a long time. This Las Vegas one, they hit us up when we got back from Monterey, and I was like, "Yo, it's kind of wild," because we were literally just talking while we were in Monterey about expansion. So to see that message, you know, we hit him up. We hit the guy up. His name is D. Shout out to D. And basically, we're like, you know, what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? He asked if we wanted a franchise. Me and one of my homies were like, he's basically our business advisor. Shout out to my boy Noah. We came up with a plan, because franchising is so involved, and I feel like we're still really small as a company.
Young, yeah.
Yeah, we're so young as a company. It would be a lot of money that we don't have. We'd be in the red for fucking the next 3 years if we did that. So the best plan of action for us to take was just a partner, you know, do like a 70-30 deal or a 30-70 deal, you know, where they keep 70%, they send us 30. It's kind of like mailbox money. We come out there every now and again, make sure they're doing everything right. You know, we give them the training that they need. If they want to expand the menu, everything has to go through us. But for the most part, they kind of have free reign of menu of how they want to run the trailer, because their market out there is so much more different than ours.
Right.
You know, they have a high tourist input of people. So, and they're like basically a 24/7 market. So if they wanted to, they could run 24/7.
Right.
We can't do that out there. So they're going to need some leeway on how they need to run things out there, which, you know, they have. You know, we are having some meetings. We have a couple more meetings with them to make sure everything's cool. We're getting contracts and clauses all written up right now. So who knows, hopefully within the next year or so, or before next season, we'll have a truck in Vegas. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier, man, like it's hella crazy because I never took a business class. I don't know I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. People are telling me that I sound like I know what I'm doing. I got my shit all together, and I'm like, oh no, I don't. You don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Right.
Because I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that at all.
In the front, you think I do, but in the background, you know, I still need that support. I need that knowledge. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have the life experience to know, to feel what's right and wrong, I think.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because
to put that in
because you were independent so young and well traveled, it's like you've seen how bad shit can go. So it's like when shit goes right,
run with it.
Right.
No, yeah. I mean that definitely plays a factor. It's the whole business side of things where I'm like, I don't know. I literally I watch videos.
Right.
I listen to people that motivate me. I read things. I mean, other than that, I've never took any courses in business, no business management. You know, I hate confrontation. I'm weird when I have to tell my workers, like, stop doing that shit. You're being weird. Like, it's hella weird for me because I've never been a manager. I've never been a boss. You know, I've been a parent,
Right.
but that's my extent of being in control of somebody. You know what I mean? And that's not the same as being an owner or a manager. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something I'm like, it's a weird feeling.
Maybe that's why people vibe with you, though.
What's that?
Maybe that's why people vibe with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not the typical business. Like, people know, like, you have different intentions kind of thing.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, too. You know, it's definitely a personality thing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's up, Chris?
How have you been able to balance, like, running the business and being family, and let alone we're still dealing with COVID and how everything's going on?
Well, everyone's a part of it. Like, my whole family's in it. Like, I get my kids involved. My wife is obviously involved. She runs most of our social media. So if you ever hit us up on Hella Hollow, the Instagram or the Facebook, you're probably talking to her. Every now and again, I'll chime in, but you know, for the most part, everything she posts or everything that's posted is from her. My kids are helping on the trailer, but juggling school and juggling the distance learning, it's not hard because we can kind of schedule our schedule around everything. You know, that's the beauty of working for ourselves, is running my own shit, is because I could literally, oh, you have school until 3. All right, well, let's do our service at 4 then. You finish school and then you come help me. And then I buy you stuff. That's just how it works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna buy me stuff?
Right, exactly. I am gonna buy you stuff. Yep, that's exactly how it is. So, what's up, dude?
So let's
Go. I'm on an interview right now. What's up?
That's like perfect timing about the kids. What's up?
Oh,
Hey, is
what's
that
up?
Jackson?
Yeah, that's Jackson.
What's up, sir?
Say what's up. That's Gray. Say hi.
Hey, Greg. Got
Say
a
bye.
pop of hair on his head, man.
So, hey, Peep, what's up with Let's talk about some of the flavors you have. Then, what are some of, like, I guess, the top sellers you have? What are some you have in mind? What are some of the influences you have? Like,
There you go. Let's talk about that. That way people know.
Because
When they
I
see-
haven't had a chance to go. You know what I'm saying? I live in Arizona now. If you don't know, so I haven't
Oh
had
yeah, I know.
I haven't had a chance to been out to try that out yet.
yeah, it's kind of hard
Um,
to drive all the way to the island too. So it's like,
So send
uh,
some over.
right.
Right.
I got
I
you.
don't know
Dry
if
ice.
he wants to deliver all the way to the bay.
right?
It's not that bad.
So, so a couple of, like so we obviously our menu consists of 6 halo halos. All of them are different flavors. So you have the OG. The OG is obviously the original halo halo. It's not it's not different. It's not new. So instead of like pinipig, the rice that you put on top, we use fruity pebbles. You know, to make it more Instagrammable for people.
Oh,
So we have that one. Then we have the so matcha, which is the matcha halo halo. So it's matcha evaporated milk, green tea ice cream, flan, and cinnamon toast crunch. That's a super good one. That's a good one that a lot of people like. The hapa is the strawberry. I like strawberry shakes. So I knew I wanted to do something with strawberry. So we created the hapa, which is a good mix of an American classic, a strawberry shake, and a Filipino classic. This is why we call it the hapa. So that one has strawberry evaporated milk, strawberry ice cream, and graham crackers. The base of the halo halo is always going to stay the same because that's one thing that I didn't want to shy away from. Like I wanted to keep that the same because there's so many people out there that try to change something or change shit that just doesn't need to be changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like halo halo is good the way it is, like, but you can change the flavor profile around it. You don't have to change the bottom, like the base. Like a lot of people don't like beans. Fuck you, I like beans. I like the beans in the halo halo.
right.
So we have that one. Then we have a caramel sin, which is a cinnamon evaporated milk. Flan. Now it doesn't come with ice cream. It comes with extra flan, caramel, and cinnamon toast crunch. And halo halo does
Ooh,
not
cinnamon
have
toast
it.
crunch.
Oh wait,
Dang.
yeah. Halo halo's. We do have a Twitter, but we don't really post on it. We're mainly like Instagram and Facebook. What's another one we have? Oh, the mahalo. So the mahalo halo is
The
a
mahalo
pina
halo.
colada. Yeah, it's like a pina colada flavor, you know, because everything that has pineapples has to be Hawaiian. So, so we call it the mahalo halo. It instead of evaporated milk, it's actually made with coconut milk, and then it has crushed pineapples in it with makapuna ice cream, crushed pineapples, and coconut shreds.
It doesn't change the texture of it too much.
No, bro, it's hella good. That shit slaps. It's hella good. Yeah, it slaps. I mean, among other things, you know, we do have other things that aren't just halo halo. Like we have a cold brew bay. It's a cold brew ube coffee. So it's a cold brew coffee with ube sweet cream and coffee jelly that's made out of the same cold brew. So you get like doubly the coffee. Yeah, and then we have our pandesamis, which is obviously the ice cream sandwiches in pandesal.
Oh yeah.
And then our banana boats, which are the toron and ice cream.
Ta-dun.
Yeah, toron, toron, toron,
Toron.
toron, toron, toron. But yeah, you know, our menu. So our menu, it originally started with just the OG and just switching ice creams on the OG, and then by the end of like week 2, I was like, I had this whole menu planned out, and then on top of that, like, I have a whole winter menu that I'm working on right now, and then a savory food menu that I'm working on. You know, with my savory food menu, it's only going to be like 3 or 4 items though, because I don't really want to do savory food, but I feel like it's definitely something that we're missing. So if I only had like 1 or 2, or you know, a couple during a
like
pop up, then
half with it.
right, just like as an appetizer or something to eat with it. You know what I mean?
So are your kids like your main like guinea pigs kind of thing?
No, my son, my older son, doesn't like shit. So, and I can't really use them.
Shit in general.
He-
They don't like nothing.
He's like, does it have corn dogs in it? No, then I don't want it. What the
What
fuck?
the corn dogs or nothing?
Yeah. Is it made with chicken nuggets? Oh, then no, I don't want it.
Wow.
Grayson, my youngest one, will eat anything. Like, so today I made these apple pie lumpias, or like turon, with ice cream. And then I made some pumpkin pie cheesecake ones, and then just regular turon, just to test.
So where's Maddie at? Is she like the middle one?
No, she's the oldest. So
No, I
Maddie's the
meant, like,
So
as
oldest.
far
far
as
as
the
like
taste.
taste.
Oh, she eats whatever.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
whatever also. Okay.
Yeah, she eats whatever. My youngest one. My middle one is like,
He's the only
fuck.
picky one.
Yeah.
That's the middle child
Uh,
syndrome right there.
Yeah, can I get rice and soy sauce? Thanks.
That's it,
Weirdo.
right?
Yeah. No, but they're, for the most part, yeah, they're Madison and my younger one are taste testers. But then again, we have a lot of friends too. You know, a lot of white friends that we test on.
Right.
Because
Okay,
if you can pass the white test, then you can pass the any test.
I can put it on my menu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Actually
you like that?
testing, peeps, that
Was it-
that you guys do Undiscovered SF next year, and basically it's a big festival.
Oh, yeah. So my friend Jamie, shout out to Jamie Cardenas, who runs Magpie Alchemy. She's been like for the last year and a half, like, yo, you guys need to do Undiscovered, like for reals. You guys need to do it. Like, you guys need to be out there. And I did look at the application, and I looked at the fee, and at the time, I was like, that's really expensive. I don't know if I could do that. Now I'm like, okay, bet, we got it. We could definitely do it. So when everything starts opening back up, I'm definitely going to shoot that application in and try to get out there, because Undiscovered is definitely one of those events that really puts the Filipino culture on the forefront in that community. And, you know, in the city is kind of, is the culture is big out there,
Yeah, it is.
you know, and if we can make it in the city, I feel like we can make it anywhere. So
Oh yeah.
Right.
Thinking
Right.
out there, you pretty much got the Bay Area all the way around. For the most
yeah. But I've watched a lot of videos from like other people, you know, some of the people that we follow that have been out there, and I'm like, every year I'm like, fuck, that's hella dope. Like, I hella want to do it, and now I feel like we have the means to do
You
it.
have a
So
chance to do it, yeah.
yeah,
You might be seeing me out there next time.
yeah, for sure.
Shout
For
us
sure,
out.
for sure.
Shout us
For
out.
sure, for sure.
Oh, Mikey just said that EJ's been on that since the jump of Undiscovered, so he's been actually attending quite a lot.
I know, bro. I had no idea that EJ cooked. But then again, I'm so many years removed. I haven't seen EJ. I haven't seen Mike.
I didn't know that either. Yeah, I went to high
So-
school with EJ too.
Yeah. So I haven't seen those guys in hell long. So, you know, like life changes for each individual. So the last time I seen EJ, he was driving an Evo, and Mikey was driving his Camaro, and they lived off of Jacinto.
Yep.
that was the last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
you know,
we're actually
it went
getting
from-
questions from the audience out in Twitch land right now.
Tight.
Actually, first off, are you planning on doing any more pop-ups for the rest of the year? And
oh yeah, no, we're out. Our schedule is up every Monday.
Where do
Actually,
they find
this
that at?
Instagram _sack.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom. Yeah, but we're out. We're out every day except Sunday, Mondays. So if you want to find us, follow us on the gram. I know we're doing hella Halloween events this week.
Ooh, that's
we're-
tight. Talk
And
about that.
in Elk Grove, I know in Elk Grove, because of the whole lockdown, we've been doing a lot of like dinner nights. So us and like a few other food trucks will rotate parks in the Elk Grove area, from like Rao Park off Elk Grove Florin in Sheldon to Machado and Morris Park out in off of Elk Grove. We'll rotate locations every Friday and every other Tuesday for Takeout Tuesdays. So, you know, we're steady moving, and then during the week it's just like random little spots. So we just try to pick an area, whether if it's like a random ass parking lot in like Antelope or Natomas or Folsom. You know, we just try to find places where people will, you know, slide in our DMs and be like, yo, can you guys come out here? And then we go out there, you know,
Tight.
so we try to get out.
FYI, there's a big following in Phoenix. There's a big Filipino community out here.
Is there really?
Yeah, bro. If you want to take like a week-long trip or something like that, come through here.
That would be dope. You know, that's hella funny you say that because we were thinking that when we do get the second trailer and start driving it up or down to SoCal, we're gonna make like a tour. So we're gonna do like a pit stop in like Valencia or Santa Clarita, and then go down to LA and stop out there, and then you know what I mean, just keep going all the way down the line.
Like Vegas and then Phoenix on the way.
Right.
San Diego.
Yes. Yeah. We'll go.
LA.
Yeah, straight up. No, that's definitely what we're thinking about doing. So hopefully when my wife can quit her job and finally see my dream for what it is and become my employee, then nah, she's the boss. She's the one. She keeps me. Yes, she keeps me level headed because I see a little bit of money and I'm like, what kind of shoes do I want?
Right. Be able to trick this?
Right. For real. For real. How low will this car go?
Right.
How much is it going to take?
I'm gonna bag this trailer.
For real. I'm
Shout
gonna bag
Kelly, man.
everything.
I was in dance company with Kelly.
Right.
Up, Kelly?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's my story.
And with that being said, you know, is there anything else while we
We have about 10 minutes left. I mean,
yeah,
obviously got people joining in on Twitch very late. If you guys have any questions,
You suck.
Twitch will, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll gladly pass it on to people, and maybe people will answer, maybe he won't.
right.
You are electric. Yeah, ask me a question. Ask me a question.
Overall, like, what would you say is your greatest achievement at this point with Hella Hollow?
Just acquiring the trailer. You know, that was really
That
like
launched it off, huh?
That popped it all off. Yeah. You know, that was a huge deal for us. Like I said, that was the most money I've ever held in my hand at one time. I even asked, I was like, yo, can I just go get like a cashier's check for you? And he's like, no, I want cash. I was like, oh, fuck, I got to carry this money. I got to drive all of this money to San Francisco. Are you kidding me? So, yeah, it was definitely acquiring the trailer. Because, yeah, that's probably the biggest accomplishment with Hella Hollow. It just changed everything for us. You know, the setup and the breakdown, from the tent to from the tent to the trailer saved us like a whole hour. So I could literally roll up to a spot now with 15 minutes to set up, and I'm good.
Ready to go.
I don't gotta be there an hour and a half early.
Right. To set up the tent, put everything already. Yeah.
And in the middle of summer, that shit sucks, bro. That shit really, really sucks.
I bet.
Because it's hot. Yeah.
Another question out in the Twitch world. Other than we know your future plans as expanding out to Vegas and San Diego, are there any plans well beyond that, like another 5 to 10 years from now?
I do. So I was talking to my brother about this. I want to. So something that I picked up in Hawaii was the food. I love the food. I love the food from the Manapua Man. So the Manapua Man was basically like the guy in the rapey van that sold like fried noodles and musubi and pork hash and all this stuff. Like, that's what I want to do next. Because there's so many people here that go gaga over Hawaiian food. You know, so if I could somehow manage to find a way to become the California Manapua Man, that would be the dopest. Yeah, that would be the dopest. And I would do it in a big-ass food truck instead of a rapey van, because that shit was weird. Like buying candy out of a gold Astrovan like that parks at the corner and stays there from 7 o'clock in the morning till 8 at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
What kind of weirdo shit is this, bro? What kind of drugs do you have in my candy? What drugs are you putting in this fried noodles, bro?
The other questions that we're getting in on the Twitch. Do you have a merchandise line that you're planning? And if so,
We do have some stuff coming out soon. Shout out to my boy Noah. He has this app called Swiftly. It is a subscription app that we're gonna sign up for, or that we're gonna set up to have like a member base, basically, a subscription base, and it's for
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Oh, yes. No, but members get a percentage off merch. They get one-off merch. They get secret pop-ups. They'd be the first to try different menu items, new menu items, and stuff like that. So
Look out for those.
yeah, definitely.
So make sure you follow their Instagram because that's where all that information is going to be posted, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I guess one more other question. This comes from Video Rat. What is the biggest challenge so far opening up a small business?
For us was financing. That's from the jump. It's always been the money. The idea has always been there. The drive has always been there. But you can't do shit without money.
Money. Yeah.
And that from the beginning has always been the hardest thing for us. Like my credit isn't good. Our business wasn't. In order to get a small business loan, you have to be in business for like a year or two for them to even consider you. So, like, what how am I supposed to do that? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm supposed to wait 2 fucking years? Yeah. So literally, like, we did everything from scratch, and that's another reason why it's such a big accomplishment for us, because we don't have to pay anybody back. But that is definitely the hardest thing for us, anyways, was to come up with the financing. Oh, do you hear that? Do you guys hear that?
Is that a monkey?
No, it's not a monkey.
Right? Harrison, why are you making noises?
So on top of Hello Hollow, on top of my wife's job, on top of the kids in the schools, we
French bullies. Is it French bullies?
breed French bulldogs.
Oh,
There
word.
you go.
So we have about 17 dogs in our house right now. 12 of them are puppies, 4 moms, and then a random ass straggling bitch that we don't even know where she came from. Just kidding. She's our boxer, and I love her. Yeah, but these guys are about to eat right now, and they make hell. They sound like, what are those things called on Harry Potter?
Mandrakes.
Mandrakes. They sound like mandrakes. I don't know if you've ever watched Harry Potter, but the plants, the plants with the roots, yeah, that's what they sound like. It's fucking, it's
screaming.
yeah.
Screaming thing.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. That's what it is. But yeah, no, that's on top of all of that, we also do that. So for us, for the Carrascas out here in Sacramento, the grind never stops.
Do you work with the homies? Get Frenchie?
Scott French, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's our that's our kennel.
All right, cool. That's what I thought. All right, word.
Yeah. Yep, that's us. We're a part of God French, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. So those will be put up for adoption sometime soon. Just
Yes.
Wondering.
They will be for sale soon. Actually, not for another 8 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks.
It's
Just
Christmas
kidding.
gift, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be a nice
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. So these two. Well,
Free,
okay. So
free Frenchie with your hello.
let me
Is
add.
that backwards?
Let me add more. Actually, let me add more to this. So not only do we breed our dogs, but Kelly also whelps, which is basically cares for other people's litters whilst
Oh.
getting paid. Yes. So not only do we breed them, but we whelp other people's shit, and then we do hollow, and then she still works, and then we got 3 kids, and then
So
and then I
don't-
go to sleep.
And you wake
then
up an
eat-
hour later and do the whole thing
Yeah.
all over again,
Yeah, and then eat dinner and
right?
yeah. But that's our life. That's our life in a nutshell. It's fucking hectic as shit. But it's when it's slow, like when it's slow for us, when things slow down, it gets weird. We don't know what to do. We're like, what the fuck did we do?
When is
Should we
Yeah, like
Let's choreograph something.
so is like
What?
right now, since we're getting into like more
Yeah.
of the winter hours or the winter months, would this be more of the slower season for you guys?
Ooh.
Definitely. I mean, naturally, for most food trucks, even savory trucks, it slows down because nobody wants to go out when it's cold as shit.
You gotta
Right.
You know
make
what I mean?
a hollow eggnog or something.
Disgusting. But Alfred said a hella hollow eggnog.
No.
Yes, that sounds fucking gross because eggnog itself is fucking gross.
Right.
I
So-
love eggnog. I'm down.
Hello, hello, hot chocolate. I don't know, something like that.
No, we do have a winter menu that we're working on right
oh,
now.
that's right. That's right. You
It's
Pumpkin spice.
I mean,
that pumpkin spice.
Salt
Mm.
and pepper now.
Mm.
oh, it's the
turkey
the
leg
ub-
flavor. Turkey
It's the
leg
ub-
flavor.
Obi-Wan Kenobi
Right.
season. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Vest and Uggs, bitch. Let's go. That's what it is. No, that's
Moco
we're-
Moco.
we're definitely working on a winter menu, and I feel like people are gonna love the shit out of it.
Ooh, there you go.
So
That's how you gotta hear, peoples.
yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Well, with
So
that
what
being
do-
said,
What are
I
we
mean,
on right now?
We almost. What do you mean, like hour wise?
No.
We're on,
Like, what are we? Like, what?
We're
platforms
streaming
are
on
we
Twitch
right
right now.
Streaming on
Oh.
Twitch live.
Streaming on Twitch live. It'll be.
now? What is Twitch?
Wait,
It's like.
Like this? You're gonna Twitch like?
like your Tito boy.
What's this?
Your Tito boy did do the Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah.
That's
and
how-
then, we'll repost this to YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
And
Oh,
this
tight.
will be actually running broadcasts on Twitch as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tight.
Hey, catch Pipo on TikTok.
Oh, well, let me add another thing. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's nothing. There's nothing else for me to add. Except my Twitch. It is ____. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just on underscore and then backspace.
yeah. Meet me on TikTok. I'll be on there.
Right.
No, my daughter's heavy on TikTok, bro.
a last question here before we let you go. Are you planning on adding balut to the menu?
Balut on a stick.
Well, I'll see you guys the next time. Peace out.
You just got to wait and see, Mikey.
Yeah.
You have to wait and
Yeah, of
see.
course it would be Mikey. What the fuck?
Oh, he's the one.
Nasty.
He's the one who said that.
Yeah, he's the one that asked.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you raw bullet, bro. You're gonna eat it raw.
Yo, that's disgusting
In a
visual.
in,
It's a disgusting visual.
in a
Right.
barong
He's a
with
barong.
no pants on.
Bro,
That's just male lingerie at that point.
Yeah, that is. It is. Yes, it is.
Well,
You gotta-
Pipo, we can't thank you enough for being on the show today.
No, thank you guys, man. This is cool. I'd love to come back sometime soon.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
you
Let's
got
circle
any,
back.
last words, or you got any words of what's that? Wise
Encouragement.
words, encouragement. I mean, you started from the bottom and now you're
Here.
somewhere getting there, right?
You're somewhere.
Somewhere.
I'm somewhere between the bottom and
It's
like from the half of the bottom to like the center part. I'm like 3 feet from the bottom right now.
Right.
It's alright. It's good. It's at least it's not the bottom. You know what I mean?
right.
Just don't give up. Listen here. You do it, and you do it good. Don't ever stop. Make your money. Call the honeys.
How many times have your kids heard that?
Oh, bro, my daughter's pretty good at it. She's pretty good at the accent now. Tell her funny.
Yeah, I seen her on your guys' thing sometimes on the IG sometimes.
Yeah, she's cool. She's a cool ass kid. They're all cool. They're all really cool. But she's hella funny. She got the accent down for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, last words. Don't give up. You know, a lot of people told me like, a lot of food truckers, you know, you can't do this shit. You can't do food trucking half-ass. You can't do it part-time. If food trucking is what you want to do, put everything into it, because you can't do this shit half-ass. And I feel like it's like that with every other small business. You can't, or any business in general. You can't be half-ass. You can't be halfway in, halfway out. You're never gonna accomplish anything like that. So, if you really have an idea, if you have something that you feel in your feels that is gonna be successful or not, you just really love doing it, just fucking do it. Just do it.
Get her done.
There's really nothing else to say. You just quit being a bitch. Just do it. I mean, that's exactly
go.
that's exactly what Revac told me.
Yeah.
Like, quit being a bitch. Just do it.
Right.
And I did it.
Stop being about talking and just do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it. Any shout outs you want to put out there? You know, you want to be thankful for. And
shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that supports us from the jump. You know, shout out to my brother DJ for plugging us with a lot of the merch that we had in the beginning, doing, you know, our menus and making us all these stickers and making all this shit for, you know, for the low. You know, I do want to pay him full price, and sometimes that just doesn't happen. He just won't let me, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Shout out to everybody, like I said, that's supported from the jump, that has spread the word, that has came out to pop-ups, that has bought stuff from us. You know, we wouldn't have now what we have if it wasn't for you guys. So.
Plug
Peace
your
and love.
IG again. Plug your IG. Plug the. You could do that too.
Plug. No, it's at HellaHollows _sack. At HellaHollow _sack. HellaHallo _SAC. God damn, I need some chapstick, bro. What's happening there, man? I look like Ashy Larry, bro. Thanks for telling me, guys. Good friends.
well, you kind of. I mean, on my screen you're just pretty blurry, but ooh, he's making them juicy.
Juicy mouthed.
You making them lips juicy.
He's so juicy mouthed. No, but yeah. HellaHollow _sack. IG HellaHollow sack on Facebook.
There you go.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow
You guys
them.
heard it.
They post their schedules as well as what they got coming up. Once again,
Yeet.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on the show once again.
Thank you for having me.
Try to do this pose right now.
Sacramento. That's what's up.
That's about as far as it's gonna get. I can't even.
My back.
Hey, send me that picture, bro. Like, why did I even think that was a dope ass freeze? Like, what the fuck?
I think that's how you landed when you fell.
Nah, but like, what was I think. So I think what was supposed to happen. I think I was supposed to land on my forearm. I could be wrong though, because that's just ugly as fuck. Though. I don't know what I was thinking.
You know what?
That's when everybody was trying to be weird.
Yeah, but see, nowadays that kind of freeze would actually pay off, bro.
I know, bro. It would definitely pay off because my shit would be broken as fuck. My knee would be non-existent. Look at my hair is dumbass long now. Dang. I want hair again.
What you talking about? You were just messing around with your dogs like a few moments ago, and I saw you're like, were you not having your hair a little bit like Miguel?
What? It is Miguel right now. It's
See?
Super Miguel.
I got one.
Yeah.
It's Super Miguel. Oh, don't do it.
Oh, what's that Chris Brown Drake moment?
Oh God, What do you have, Alfred? Alfred? What do you have, Alfred?
Hold on.
Ooh, I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I know.
Alpha
What do you
Ray.
have? What do you have?
I got a picture
what are you
of this
looking-
Pipo chilling with his long ass hair. Where
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
you are allowed to share.
Why? Why do you have this? Why do you have so many pictures of me? What kind of fucking
We
weird shit is this?
one time as Revo, we randomly one time as Revo, we randomly just like took a photo shoot in Sheldon, and for
Just
some
me
reason
by
I have the
myself?
pictures. No.
No,
It's
it's
a
like, yeah,
Pipo photo
we-
shoot.
Yeah, we photo shoot people back in the day at Sheldon.
You didn't know, and
They're really good shots, actually. They're all candids.
nice.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, don't move your head. God damn it.
Wow.
Yo, that is handsome. Look how skinny I am, bro. I look like handsome.
that's like 02 maybe 02.
Yeah.
Wow.
That old Navy track jacket, though. Yeah.
Top.
With those express. Oh no, those are my diesel pants, bro.
This guy knows the pants.
That was the-
Yeah.
All
Hey, you
right.
gotta send me those pictures, bro.
I
You
got
gotta
you, bro.
send me those. That's so many. Whatever pictures you have of me, send them to me. I like to bask in that glory every now and again. Like, oh shit, bro, you can see your cheekbones. What the fuck? Oh, this fool got a jaw. What? This fool, look at that strong ass jaw too.
Right?
Yeah, shit. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
You sir.
Yeah,
It was fun talking to you guys.
So Karaska, ladies and gentlemen.
Yee.
Hey, shoots, bro.
Keep it abstract.
Yeah.
Hey, people, you gotta say it. You gotta say keep it abstract.
Chee-hoo.
Keep it abstract.
That was actually pretty good, dude.
You guys got your brews and shit? I haven't got my brew yet.
I'm already like one down.
I totally forgot to add in the stinking disclaimer on to this.
You stinking gamer?
Yeah, the disclaimer on here. So
What do you smell like?
I just tried.
Oh, this is so good. Hey, is there a Filipino sound that we could like clip right now that says hello 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 hello? No, there's no Filipino with a giant ice and just doing this.
Nah. There's like street ice cream, but no actual halo halo. That's like street halo halo. That's not-
Then Philippines is doing it all wrong, son.
That's why people's in business.
Yeah.
All right.
You still sound far, but it sounds good.
I'm right here.
There you go. You gotta keep.
I
You gotta keep.
told you I gotta get up on the mic like this,
Right.
right? And make it look like.
That's what I
We
gotta
don't
do.
want to know what you do off the air, KJ.
Say in front of it. Live in front of a studio audience.
There's the studio audiences. No one
There,
here.
I got him. I got him.
Oh, there you go. Woo!
All right, we're live. Just so you guys know, do not talk. Where's that stupid disclaimer thing that I gotta read? The points of view of this podcast are of an open mind. We keep it abstract, openly express views and topics that come across us. We remain open-minded and constantly strive to keep the discussions rolling. We do not condone hate, project prejudices, and or slander anyone's preferences. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. We welcome your listening ears and viewing eyes to keep it abstract. Rest in peace to David Canseco. Without you, brother, this would never have happened. And with that being said, on to the show. Yeah, that's a womp on my fail.
This guy failed himself.
I know, I did. I'm hella mad.
It's keeping it real. Keep it abstract. Keeps it real.